Hey, while you're in the first 5 seconds of the video, go ahead, like and subscribe.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Read that again.
Every man praying.
So if you're praying, sending up a prayer to the Most High, read.
Or prophesying.
We're in the midst of prophecy because we're reading these scriptures. Read.
Having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Who's the head he dishonoreth? Who's the head he dishonoreth? Christ. Right? And the rest of the order. So you dishonor Christ and you dishonor the Most High. So read that again.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head.
Right. So when you pray, because you pray, right? So when you pray from now on, now that you know this commandment, cover your head. All right. So take off your bandana. If you say you believe in God and you'll do whatever God requires, huh?
I believe in God. Okay.
Make it plain.
You know, I mean, I'll take it off because I ain't afraid of God.
Well, that's what the Bible just said. So
You're telling me to take it off now when I'm dreadful.
well, yeah, I know we're in the midst of praying and prophecy. All praise to the Most High. That's a true believer right there. He heard it from the scriptures and he applied it right away. Don't stop right there. You got a flyer? Definitely get in contact with us. Call us up. We need people who are gonna humble down to these scriptures. We all humble down because when I was in the world, I thought I knew something, but when I started learning, I had to what it say in the scriptures, become as newborn babes. Right. I had to learn all over again.
Right.
So now the prophet was bringing out about envying our oppressor. What's the danger in envying our oppressor? Let's grab that one more time. What's the danger in envying our oppressor? Why did God put that as a commandment? Right. Let's listen to the scripture one more time.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So what's the danger in envying our oppressor? Why would God put that in this Bible? Baruch 3 and He's showing, giving us all ways. Right. So when we start envying our oppressor, and choosing their ways, we forget about the ways that were given to us. So the more and more we follow their ways, the more we go away from the ways that was given to us. This is the way that was given to us. This is what has been hidden from us. Not doing what this Bible say or keeping God's laws is why our community is suffering. Because when you look at our community, we brought it out. In Deuteronomy 28 in verse 16, it says, if we didn't keep God's laws, we would be cursed in the cities. Just like you said, you from New York. Where you say you was originally from? Arkansas. You was from Arkansas. So in the cities, everywhere we go, in our communities, we cursed.
Bring it out.
Because we strayed away from our way. This is the way that we're supposed to be walking, according to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Read that. So we just read. This is why we shouldn't envy our oppressor. Listen up.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 36. He has found out all the ways of knowledge.
So God put together all the ways of knowledge and compiled them into these records. Read.
And hath given it unto Jacob, his servant.
So he gave it to Jacob on that sign, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the way that he gave us. Read.
And to Israel, his beloved.
So God gave us all the ways of knowledge. So what we doing following somebody else?
That's what we
We following other people, and we were given the greatest knowledge on this earth.
That's right.
Give me Wisdom of Solomon, 13:3, the first author of beauty. Because one of the ways that we do our sisters follow of these other nations, what do? They cover up their hair that God gave them, and they put a wig on and put straight hair. They put the Chinese bangs in their hair. They put the blonde hair in their head. Why? If we tell them, oh, y'all trying to look like the white woman, they say, no, I ain't trying to look. This look good. This go with my complexion. This go with the lipstick I put on. You see what I'm saying? But in their mind, something told them that blonde hair looks good. Those Chinese bangs look good. The straight hair looks good when God gave you hair like his. All right? Verse 3.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 3. Whose beauty, if they begin delighted, took them to be gods, like them know how much better the Lord of them is.
So this is talking about the things in the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars, the wind. All these other nations, they worship these things. Read.
For the first author of beauty has created them.
So the first author of beauty, the Most High God, who created all these things, all these beautiful trees, the sky, the oceans, the everything that's beautiful on this earth, he created. He also created us in his image.
That's right.
So why are we going to envy our oppressor and change our image, which is like the Most High, and look like the people who enslaved us?
Bring it out.
The people who murdered, raped, and robbed us.
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying? So we got to get back to what we're supposed to follow. Ain't nothing wrong with being a follower. We're supposed to follow God.
That's right.
What you're saying, okay, my mom told me that, my dad told me that. They don't have that now. Dad, he's out here in the streets, but mama's in the house by herself. Why we can't get out of brothers to stay home? Why they?
Right, because the family structure has been destroyed. Give me Hebrews 13 and 4. But that's why we got to get back to marriage. Hey, sissy, you married? These your babies? So what happened? And let's go answer your question. What happened? Huh? Oh, so you just okay? So are you looking forward to getting married? Okay, that's good. Are you married? You okay? All right. So that's what's going on in the community today. We are not upholding marriage in our communities no more. Getting married will fix everything in our community. All right, read that real quick.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Marriage is what?
Honorable in all.
So we got to look at marriage as an honorable thing. God said marriage is an honorable thing. So we've been taught wrong. Because we've been taught by people, a lot of people, they tell us don't get married. Oh, don't never get married. I heard that from people who were married. Why would people who are married tell us not to get married?
Bring it out.
Maybe it didn't work for them. But marriage is an honorable thing. So if we know that marriage is something that's honorable, we know we got to make it work. Read.
And the bed undefiled.
The bed is undefiled. So whatever you do with your husband or whatever you do with your wife, as long as you ain't bringing nobody else into it, as long as you ain't doing nothing while she's on her menstrual cycle, whatever y'all do, that's okay with the Most High. Read.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Whoremongers and adulterers, they get judged. How do they get judged? STDs. They get shot. They walk across the street, get hit by a bus. Judgment comes to those who break God's laws, who are in the midst of fornication, who are in the midst of adultery. That's why a lot of our sisters is out here raising kids on their own, because our men, they're not nation-minded. When you nation-minded, you're gonna marry that sister, raise kids, and you're gonna be there to make sure your kids get a good upbringing. You're gonna be there and make sure you provide for your wife.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.